The book that inspired this presentation is of the same title, The Occult Conspiracy by Michael Howard. And I just want to read you the preface of this excellent book. He says, "It is the generally accepted view among those who have very little knowledge of the matters discussed in this book that occultism is the province of a minority of deluded individuals. Those who study or practice the occult are generally dismissed by the public, usually on the basis of sensational media stories as cranks, charlatans, sexual deviants, or lunatics. Anyone involved in the twilight whirl of the occultist must, so the argument goes, be weird or unusual because occultism in the popular imagination conjures up visions of incense-filled temples, naked virgins on altars, bizarre rituals, secret initiations, and, if Christian propaganda can be believed, the worship of the powers of darkness. The rational intellectual, who is the leading critic of occultism, will therefore be surprised to learn that the word occult can simply be defined as hidden. It is used in that sense in astronomy to describe a planet which is occulted or hidden from view by another planet. Occultism is, therefore, the study of the hidden, which makes it sound far less sensational and mysterious. In practice, those who follow the occult path are heirs to an ancient tradition of esoteric knowledge which is thousands of years old. Experienced occultists who have probed at the inner mysteries of this arcane tradition are the guardians of an ancient wisdom which is the secret teaching behind all established religions. While occultism, like all religious systems, has its fair share of eccentrics, it also boasts members who are respectable people of high social standing. A dyed-in-the-wool materialist who dismisses the occult as pure fantasy will be even more shocked by the central thesis of this book. It will prove, offering evidence gathered from both orthodox and unorthodox sources, that many of the famous historical personalities of the last 2,000 years, including statesmen, politicians, religious leaders, and royalty, were actively involved in the occult, mysticism, and magical practices. In addition, it will show that many of the major historical events of the period have a hidden significance which can only be explained in terms of occult conspiracy. The revealing of this conspiracy is integral to any true understanding of world history and the development of Western civilization because of its wide-ranging and far-reaching influence. To the average citizen, the political system of the country they live in involves the mundane. Politics is generally concerned with economics, education, and social welfare, the defense of the nation, the legal system, and the daily governance of the country. International politics, on the other hand, touches upon larger issues, including treaties between nations, global economic structures, and the awesome responsibility of preserving world peace in the face of an escalating arms race. When we see the smiling faces of international statesmen and religious leaders on the television or in the newspapers, it is difficult to imagine that behind the diplomatic facade exists a very different world. A world of secret societies and occult fraternities, peopled by shadowy figures who have often been obsessed with the pure pursuit of power. Since the days of the pharaohs in ancient Egypt, the occult has entangled the black arts of espionage, subversion, and revolution in its web. Today, the occult conspiracy still affects politics, although there are few who are aware of its influence, even though those who control it are often well-known faces and household names. The purpose of this book is not sensationalism for its own sake, although many are not conversant with the hidden world of secret societies and parapolitics may criticize it on those grounds. In presenting the facts about the influence of occultism on politics, we have tried to avoid falling into the trap of over-dramatizing certain historical events. However, once you step from the well-worn path which the conventional historian treads and examine the real motives which engineered key situations in Europe during the last 2,000 years, you enter the realm of a secret history, an alternative history which has seldom been chronicled and remains the study of a few dedicated researchers of the arcane and the esoteric. It is this secret history, melodramatic as it may appear to be to the outside world, which is only dimly aware of its existence, which is the subject matter of this book. It is the background upon which the participants in the occult conspiracy play their games with the lives of millions of ordinary men and women. In many cases, the influence of the occult puppet masters can be recognized as benevolent and the pattern which emerges is one which has been instrumental in the progress of human civilization. However, as the historical story unfolds, it becomes clear that the pursuit and exercise of power, especially absolute power, can become a corrupting force, leading astray those who have high ideals and the purest of aspirations. History is littered with the remnants of grand plans which crumble to dust because of human frailty. The road to utopia is often paved with the bones of the common man martyred in the cause of freedom. Occult knowledge is a double-edged sword, and those who seek to unravel its secrets and discover its mysteries should be aware of the grave responsibility which comes with that task. Unfortunately, in these pages, you will meet those who have not been worthy of the quest and task that they were given by higher authority. But you will also discover that through the acquisition of the ancient wisdom, it is possible that the aspirations of humanity can be fulfilled, providing that those who guide the destiny of our nations are not diverted from the narrow path they tread by the lure of temporal power at the expense of spiritual integrity.